Hello, so I thought I would do a bit of show and tell for some sewing that I have done over the recent time. I know that often when I post about what I have been making, lots of women ask me lots of questions. So this is a gown actually that I made over Christmas time, over the break. I actually haven't even finished it yet. Let me show you what I am thinking of doing. So it's full, and it's full sequin, pretty casual, is I will probably add more. I'm a bit more on more. I know for many ladies that would be, they'd go more streamlined, more minimalistic, and that's fine. I would probably put that in. I actually haven't even finished the hem yet. But what I wanted to show you as a follow-on from some of the previous videos about the difference between sort of that luxury end, that high end versus mass market is, here's a scrap of my fabric. To make something like this, where it's full sequined and the base is a tulle or a net, is every seam, I sat there and cut off every little sequin so that, if you can see here, it's creating space to sew, so that then I sewed that on the machine, but then the sequins aren't getting caught in that, getting sewn over. You can sew over some sequins, but they sit up and they do odd things. A bit like that one. See that little random naughty one there? It just kicks up. So I've got to fix that. And so then what's needed is, so then you sew it in place, and often there's little gaps. So you've got to go back afterwards and hand find all those sequins I've cut off, and then hand catch them over the seams so that, like say that side seam there are no gaps. So it's actually really labour intensive. It's a real love job, because you can't rush it. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of labour. And so I've put a seam down the side seam here. You can see I've just pinned that lace, but I've put a zip in the side seam. All of that I have actually put the zip in by hand rather than on machine, because I don't want you to be able to see it. See how it's hidden under there? Because if you can see it, that changes the whole look. I don't want that. I want the fabric to be the big feature. Whereas if you were buying something that was really more mass market, you know, and there's a few sequins on the market at the moment. It's like you can hear by how much handwork I'm talking about. It takes time. It takes time and labour, and you're paying for that. So, you know, when you are buying something perhaps as highly technical as something like this, that's part of what or a big part of what you're paying for. So the actual hem I haven't completed yet. That's still got to happen, and then the lining, of course, too. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a full-on gown. You can see I've still got tacking threads in there, ready for a special event, which there isn't a special event, but it's a bit create and they shall come. So we'll see what happens as the year progresses. I hope this has painted a bit of a picture about techniques for, you know, handwork, handcraft, and why they're so special.